Today I want to talk about collaborative housing or co-housing, an alternative to family dependency and nursing homes that are attracting more and more people. They come to replace the typical geriatric, giving them more humanity at this stage of life where we become much more vulnerable but without having to lose independence. My name is Albert Cervera, and I am specialized in the humanization and transformation of organizations. Today's modern society turns houses into golden prisons. As the years go by, friends are dying, neighbors become strangers, and the neighborhoods or villages begin to transform at an accelerated pace. Contact with family becomes more and more occasional. People grow old in inadequate environments, without independence, without autonomy, in solitude. Co-housing or collaborative housing is a great alternative for this situation, thanks to the recovery of the support that has been lost in recent years. Collaborative housing was born in Denmark in the 60s and has been expanding to Europe and the United States. Today I am going to talk about co-housing focusing on the elderly, but I have to say that it is expanding more and more in different sections of the population. Co-housing consists of private homes and an important provision of common services. They are places planned and managed by the residents themselves according to the model that they themselves decide, which allows them to define a project. According to their real specific needs, residents can share some or many of the vital activities, from the most basic ones such as community management, cleaning or leisure, to even cooking, caring for the house, taking care of the house, etc., to the management of the community. Also the subject of even cooking, taking care of children, gardening, etc. The co-housing model allows you to decide with whom and how to live. It becomes an intentional neighborhood where everyone is responsible for final decision-making and management. The individual space is minimized in favor of the commons. The design is oriented to human encounter, and the participation of its members is encouraged. All tasks are organized and distributed, taking advantage of all the personal and professional synergies of the residents with the intention of collaborating and taking care of each other until the end of the project. It is key that all share their concerns and bring their personal or professional experiences to the project through activities such as the cineforum, debates, courses, lectures, musical auditions, depending on what each one can contribute. And all their activities are open to the rest of the neighbors because what they seek is not to isolate themselves, but to integrate into society. There are countless types of co-housing. They can be urban, rural, with a greater or lesser number of rooms, new or rehabilitated buildings. There are some that prioritize age homogeneity and others that want to get together with younger people to avoid aging at the same time and thus ensure that they can co-educate each other. There are many ways to approach co-housing ownership, although the most common is the cooperative concession of use. In this, the cooperative is the owner. The people, the residents, are the ones who have the right of indefinite use. It is a right that you can transmit by inheritance or you can sell it through the cooperative. What this makes it easier for you, in that you can change from one co-housing to another depending on the vital needs that you may have at each stage of your life. Co-housing has many health, social, economic, and even environmental benefits. Many people have had the bitter experience of seeing how their parents have lived their old age alone. However, in co-housing it is difficult to cross a hallway and not meet a person or not feel like doing something. The permanent meeting of its inhabitants in these spaces creates warm and very close relationships that do not occur in other types of circumstances. It has many benefits in improving health because being busy keeps us active and fit. Old age lurks when you have nothing to do, and in co-housing there is always something to do. It also increases confidence in one's own abilities and promotes greater emotional stability. This combination of personal autonomy and a sense of community in healthy, safe and friendly environments makes for happier people, active and healthy. It allows to centralize both services and facilities and thus be able to save money. It also gives you the gift of living in a much nicer place and with more services than you could individually afford. The concept of aging is changing. Aging should not be synonymous with deterioration. It's just another natural stage. And co-housing is a great opportunity to consider with time how, where and with whom we want to live our retirement. Give the video a like if you liked it and subscribe if you want to receive more content like this. Remember that we are responsible for creating innovative and healthy environments for the elderly because one day we will be theirs. Contact us if you want to create a space like this.